Hi everybody, Natalie Willis here from the Baby Sleep Trainer. We usually talk about baby sleep related topics on this channel, but one thing that intersects a lot with baby sleep training and toddler sleep training is potty training as well. Obviously, I'm not a potty training expert, but after having worked with so many thousand kids and having kids of my own and working with kids during the period of their life when they need to be potty trained, there are a couple of tips and tricks that I have picked up. So one thing that you've probably read about all over the internet is waiting until your children are ready. I would say that this is a really big thing to keep in mind first and foremost. Pushing potty training before your child is ready is kind of a recipe for disaster. And usually this comes from parents who feel some sort of pressure to get it done by a certain age, maybe before their next baby is born. Sometimes it's because their child has to go to a certain school and they aren't allowed to go to that school until they're potty trained, or maybe parents just have this arbitrary age to be potty trained. The first person that you should stop and talk to is your pediatrician. Don't feel any kind of arbitrary pressure from your peers or your friends. Most people who push potty training too early often regret doing so. So you want to see signs of your child being ready. Often they won't show those signs of being ready until they see their peers doing it. Pushing potty training too early can trigger anxiety with your child. Peeing can be something that most kids pick up pretty well. There's some sort of anecdotal stuff that goes around about girls being easier to potty train than boys are, but I would say that poop can tend to be an issue for both genders, and so pushing potty training too early can really cause a lot of issues with that. But let's say that your child is ready, they're showing signs of being ready to potty train. Like sleep training, there's a lot of different methods out there, so it's a good idea to spend a little bit of time, invest some time in learning about the different methods, read what other people have to say about the methods. Reading Amazon reviews on the books written about the potty training methods is probably a really good idea and a good place to start. One recommendation I make that I know might be at odds with some other potty training experts out there, so if any of you are watching, please forgive me. Try not to leave any unkind comments below. I like to recommend families, even if they potty train, even if their child potty trains themselves in those dream scenarios when kids do it on their own, I like to keep kids in diapers or pull-ups overnight and for naps, but especially overnight until the child wakes up dry on their own for 7 days in a row, or at least until you're relatively confident that your child woke up and slept all night and didn't pee. Sometimes you'll have those kiddos that are like, I'm just gonna pee here in this pull-up, but you know they're pretty much never having accidents during the day. They're totally potty trained during the day. They're waking up dry from their naps. Once you're confident that your child is actually waking dry on their own, that's a good time to take the diaper or the pull-up away. If you do it prior to that, if you feel this pressure, again, to potty train simultaneously for the day and the overnight sleep, then you can have a lot more struggles where children are using peeing as a manipulation or using the potty as a manipulation to get, and I don't even really like using that word because I don't think kids are really capable of doing that, but in this case you're giving them this freedom and they're like, oh, I can get out of this crib or bed anytime I want if I tell you that I have to go potty. If you don't introduce that freedom to them, they're unlikely to know to use it. If you like what you're hearing, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you can get notifications for all of our new videos.